think for me, this doesn't come as a surprise. Even Sue and I have had this conversation, and I've had this with several other journalists, and I've talked about the utility of political violence for economic ends. And I'm happy my dear compatriot, Oparado has mentioned the galamsey side of things, and also the political utility of this type of violence. I've also spoken consistently that over time, this violence metamorphoses into a force by itself, in which those who created it are unable to control it. And here we are beginning to see two instances. If you remember, in the first period of the president's rule, the same Ashanti region security coordinator another security coordinator had a similar problem. Yeah. And here we have a second security coordinator with a presidential commission being brutalized, being humiliated, being threatened. And now, this is not just an ordinary individual. This is an officer and a gentleman who is risen through the ranks to the position of a deputy commissioner of police. This is an officer who has served as a regional commander. So what we are seeing, and by mentioning or specifically identifying Delta forces, it's showing you that those who are members of these powerful groups are a law unto themselves, in which the phraseology, national security, is only used in an ad hoc manner and in an opportunistic manner to clothe themselves with that authority and the power to be able to abuse people's rights and to undermine the authority of the state. Furthermore, this year, this is the 5th incident of vigilante-related activity or action that I have counted. What it means is that the optimistic, celebratory, talk around the disbandment, which was led by the National Peace Council, is nothing but a sham. Okay, now I've argued consistently that the low numbers of vigilante activity that we have seen is just because we have one party succeeding itself. Okay, now if a DCOP can be maltreated and brutalized, even with a presidential commission, can you imagine what will happen in terms of the vigilante violence were another party to succeed a different party? But Evans, I'm so grateful to the DCOP of Ariado for the linkage between vigilantism, national security, and illegal mining activities. That is only the tip of the iceberg in terms of how vigilante groups are now franchising the skill sets that they have into law enforcement, into mining, into cattle rustling, into the logging of rosewood, into taxing agricultural goods, particularly charcoal. We are seeing the beginnings of a monster, of a hydra-headed monster that we need to elevate, and I've said this consistently, we need to elevate this monster to the level of an existential threat to the state. Look, when you defy the orders of the president, routinely, those who defy that must be punished and resisted not by the police force, but by the armed forces. Precisely because by defying a presidential commission or appointee, you challenge the authority of the commander-in-chief. And we can't and we mustn't have that. This is dangerous and it's getting out of hand.
Yeah,